Made it! Coos Bay! Yeah, we made it safe to Coos Bay.
But tired.
Tired?
Tired. Yeah.
Was it a hard ride or what?
Well, yeah, we had pretty big swells and the weather wasn't that nice, so yeah, we're all kind of exhausted. But we're happy that we made it, and
We're happy that we made it in time.
Yeah.
Perfect timing, still flood tide and calm waves, no winds. There's a huge storm coming from the northwest now. So maybe in a couple of hours it looks quite different here. But here we are. Made it. Aloha from Coos Bay. This is Tony.
Nick.
How you know her?
Why do we meet? Why we're here is I'm ready to retire in a couple of years, and my wife and I started thinking about sailing, and we found videos with Christian and Rebecca,
and they're stalking us.
and really became inspired watching their exploits. So when we learned that they were coming down the west coast after going from Hawaii to Alaska, and I knew they'd be coming down the coast, I sent him a message, and here we are.
Yeah, he asked me to help him because he has some
We're gonna have a ride along tomorrow night.
Yeah, so
Christian gets all the photos.
do they got a gun?
We'll talk about that.
We showed them our boat and spent the next days together. The biggest surprise was that Tony arranged with the visitor center to display a welcome syZERO message on their public display. How do you like the boat?
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, we love it.
I never would have guessed I'd be standing on it someday after seeing your videos, so this is beautiful. Gives me something to dream about for the next 2 years until retirement, so
Definitely.
maybe Zero will have a twin someday.
Yeah.
This, I was telling Christian, my wife got me this when we first started thinking about sailing, and I asked Christian if he'd sign something in it, and very special.
Yeah. Woohoo! And then we went to explore the Oregon coast, north and south of Coos Bay, by car.
Singing all kinds of sad songs. I sing to the space on the pillow where his head belongs. When my boy's away, I'm a joker, making all kinds of bad puns. I joke morning and evening to keep me from counting the sun. I've sat alone in the dark, I have got lost in the park, but nothing I do will shake this constant ache in my heart. When my boy's away, I'm a tailor, I'll craft him a coat lined with gold, 'cause when he returns, he'll need something to keep my head cold. When he's away, when he's away, when he's away.
Captain Rob. I wish I had his money. I know. It's Rob, short for Robert.
So you want to see something?
And when the sun went down, it was time for my shift.
All right, Christian, you ready to go stir something up?
Hey, good to see you. Yeah.
You want to ride in the front or the back?
I start in the front, and depends on my behavior, you can put me in the back. This looks actually quite heavy. What are you carrying around?
It's about, with the belt and everything, probably about 30, 35 pounds, but you know, I've got radio here, we carry a taser, flashlight, pepper spray. You have to have nowadays cell phone, also handcuffs. This is a miscellaneous pouch, variety of different things in there, obviously handgun, baton back here, more handcuffs back here. And it seems like every year they find something else that they want us to carry, so it gets a little bit heavier. So
Yeah, I'm prepared. You know, I have my special police extreme flashlight. You know, so I'm undercover, but
you're set.
yeah, let's go.
This is the mobile computer that we use where dispatch can enter calls, and it'll show us what calls, what crimes or what incidents we have to go, you know.
Yeah.
But there's police calls and medical calls in there, so some of them are medical related that don't have anything to do with us, and then other ones are things such as maybe thefts or assaults or.
So you get the call over the radio and the facts over the computer.
A little bit of both, yeah. Dispatch will tell us about the call, and they'll oftentimes tell us what it is and where it is. But then if we want to try to get additional information or things like that, we can pull up the call in here that dispatches in and find out more stuff.
Yeah, it's lots of technique inside here. It looks like a, I mean, Knight Rider was a baby against this car here. So it's Friday night. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Clear the area.
122 coming. Let's go find it.
First call coming in was a search for a vehicle which belongs to a person who has a warrant for dealing with drugs. So is there a special search pattern we're doing now, or?
No, we're just kind of roaming around, you know, trying to locate the vehicle, and where I'm going right now is to meet with the other officer here.
Just a really, really nice bunk over the edge there.
Where at?
Just on the boat ramp entrance there,
Oh yeah.
off Newmark. Yeah.
No, we'll go check it out. We saw.
Oh, that was a small meeting with police officers. Just line up and open the windows and just have a little.
And it was very important.
It didn't take long to locate him, and Tony's colleagues arrested him.
Looks like he's given the officers a false name, is what we think. And if it's the person we think it is, he's got warrants.
It was very interesting to learn how an American cop works, and how much technology they put into a police car was absolutely impressive.
This is picking up cars coming towards us. My speed's here, and then over here will be the speed of anything coming towards us. I can switch it to where the radar is looking out the back of the car. So like this car that just went past us,
mid to late 20s.
that's the car behind us going 42 miles an hour the opposite direction.
Okay.
The radar is watching out the back.
So you're cruising around, waiting for a call, and
Yeah, watching for traffic violations. For example, you know, how's the guy in front of you driving? Does he appear to be maybe a DUI, or, you know, we're watching for headlights out. Very cooperative and very surprisingly very honest person. It's refreshing to see that on occasion. Oftentimes we'll contact somebody and I'll usually ask, do you have any idea why I stopped you? And oftentimes when it's clear they know exactly why I stopped them. Like, for example, if they're going 60 miles an hour through town, which he almost was, you'd be surprised how many people will respond, no, I have no idea why you stopped me, and he right off the bat, I'm sorry, I realized I was going too fast, apologetic, etc., and very cooperative. And so sometimes a little bit of honesty goes a long ways, and again, I felt I could accomplish what I needed to accomplish by simply talking to him, and didn't feel the need to issue a citation for that. So
We drove through town for a while, had a couple stops for either minor traffic violations like speeding or driving without lights or stuff like this, checked out false alarms on buildings, and had to deal with drunken students. But nothing big or really bad happened that night.
To get through traffic, basically. Otherwise, we'd never overtake this one we're trying to catch up to.
Fancy entrance.
No. Kind of the back entrance, so to speak.
Then Tony showed me the police department, told me about the history of the old sheriffs, and did an alcohol test on me. But because I couldn't find the minibar in his car, I was sober.
Just our cubicles with computers and.
So you gotta, if you, for example, arrest someone like the guy downstairs, you have to write a report right now, or you just go back on the streets, and when you go back to, you finish your shift, you write a report?
Usually we'll go back to what we're doing, and we'll write the reports either later that night or sometime during the following week, and it kind of depends on the severity of the crime, as far as how quickly we need to get it done. So
got it.
We try to get paperwork done as soon as you can, but oftentimes there's calls constantly coming in, so you've got to go handle calls and do the paperwork when you get a chance.
So how do you like writing a report? I mean, compared to being on the streets?
I was told when I started this career many years ago, I was told this would be the greatest job in the world if there was no paperwork, but there's much paperwork in this room.
Yeah, I never saw Starsky and Hutch writing any reports. I just want to party! What I'm doing here!
The result, obviously, final result, 0.00, which means you didn't drink enough beer today, I guess.
Let's go back to the pub. Oh yeah.
It was a calm night, and despite some verbal warnings for some minor traffic violations, Tony and me didn't have to do much.
Really young ones.
And I learned that if you're honest and upfront to the police officer, they don't write you a ticket. Or is it just because Tony is a nice guy anyway? You never know.
So Tony's driving away, and my shift is over now. It was quite an experience to do it. I never did that before in my life, and I really appreciate Tony's offer to do this and meeting all the other guys. It gave me a good view about how the police works here, and despite the fact that you read a lot and see a lot on social media and whatever, that police is behaving bad or handling people wrong, I couldn't see it here. I was actually very surprised that we stopped a couple cars with no lights on or speeding, and it turned out all with a verbal warning. So yeah, good to see that, and I really appreciate the ride, and I loved it. Good night. I'm going to bed now.
We had an awesome time in Coos Bay and left very grateful and with a warm feeling in our hearts. Thank you so much, Tony and Nikki, and of course, Coos Bay. Aloha. What's next on syZERO?
So I got a weather report tonight on Weather Channel 1 and 2, and this is confirming that the storm is still out there and coming. And sending up.
South winds 15 to 20 knots, rising to 25 to 35 knots with gusts to around 45 knots.
So we are hiding in Fort Bragg and kill some time.
It's just me
See you in the morning. Oh, your laundry.
Oh damn. Second time I forgot the laundry. In Coos Bay the laundry is delivered by the police here.